Welcome back to Cooking Gluten and Dairy Free with Dave D, where we make delicious foods that just so happen to be gluten and dairy free. Today on the menu is a Cajun Alfredo Bake. This thing is creamy, it's cheesy, it's bold, it's delicious, and it's gluten and dairy free, of course. This takes everything we like about lasagna and everything we like about Alfredo and smashes it into one outstanding recipe. But before we get into the video, please remember to hit the thumbs up. If you want to see even more delicious recipes, hit subscribe, and let's get down to business. Today, we're working with chicken breast and some andouille sausage for some Cajun flair. So, starting with our chicken breasts, clean them and then throw them on several layers of paper towel. Next, come in with some folded paper towel and pat them dry to get rid of as much of that moisture as possible. We want it to be moist on the inside, not the outside. Next, throw them in a large bowl for seasoning. Add some avocado oil to help the seasoning stick. Next, season with some garlic salt, onion powder, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, red crushed pepper flakes, Cajun seasoning, of course, and mix those seasonings in. While we're mixing those seasonings in, listen to my spiel. Now's the perfect time for you to hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already. Next, hit the thumbs up. After that, check out the description for the full list of ingredients. Finally, there's some Amazon affiliate links that help the channel out, and it's a direct way for you to get the ingredients and the tools that we use in this video. When the seasonings are mixed into the chicken, let's go ahead and throw them in a Ziploc bag for marination. Squeeze all the air out, seal it, and then throw it in the refrigerator if you're marinating for an hour or more. If you don't have time to marinate, just let it sit at room temperature while we work on our prep. If you do refrigerate, let it come to room temperature for about 30 minutes before cooking it. This helps with the cooking process. Now let's prep some veggies by dicing up a red bell pepper. Now let's finally dice up some celery. Next, let's dice up an onion. I usually brush over the dicing part, but if you need me to do a video where I go over the details on how to dice, leave a comment down below and maybe I'll do like a little tutorial video or something like that. Now let's dice up a shallot. These fresh, colorful veggies are not only good for you, but they're going to add so much flavor to our dish. While we're dicing stuff up, let's go ahead and chop up some andouille sausage into bite-sized pieces. Now, in the spirit of prep, let's go ahead and get ready for our sauce by adding some unsweetened, unflavored, dairy-free milk to a measuring cup. I'm using Ripple, but use whatever dairy-free milk or whatever milk that you want. Next, let's add some dairy-free heavy cream. Now it's time to cook. Let's go ahead and preheat our oven to 400 degrees. Now let's grab a cast iron skillet and heat it on medium-high until it's smoking hot. Add some avocado oil. Next, add the chicken breast to the pan, being sure to press them in. Let it sear for 1 to 2 minutes or until it gets some nice color. Remove it, add some more oil, and then flip it to the other side. Sear that side the same way. Now turn the heat to low and add some butter to the middle. I'm using dairy-free butter, but use whatever butter you want. Allow the butter to melt down and then baste the chicken with it for about a minute. Cut the heat and throw the chicken in the oven for about 10 minutes or until that internal temperature gets to 165. The internal temperature is very important for chicken breast. If it gets too much hotter than that, it dries out and that's the last thing we want. Let the chicken rest for 10 minutes and then cut it into bite-sized pieces. Look how moist this is. Yummy. Now we can move on to our noodles. Bring a large pot of water to a boil and then add a generous amount of salt. I'm using gluten-free penne noodles, but use whatever noodles you want. Cook the noodles according to the instructions on the box. When the noodles are done, strain them and then return them to the pot. Add a touch of oil to prevent them from sticking and mix that oil around. And then add some Italian seasoning, Cajun seasoning, garlic powder, and onion powder. We do this because for flavorful food, it's important to add flavor at every step. Mix the seasonings in. Now turn the oven to 350 degrees for baking the pasta. Now let's throw the sausage in a large cold skillet. The skillet should be large enough to hold the sauce, the meats, and the noodles. Turn the heat to medium. I find this method renders some flavor from the sausage, and this makes for a more delicious sauce later on. Mix the sausage around the skillet until it gets some nice color. They usually come fully cooked, so we're just browning here. When they're done, remove them from the skillet with a slotted spoon and put them in a plate or a bowl for now. Now let's add our fresh veggies to the skillet that the sausage was in. Cook them, stirring occasionally until the veggies begin to soften. This should take about 5 minutes. Next, add some garlic paste or minced garlic and mix that in for about a minute. Next, add 2 tablespoons of butter. Allow it to melt down. Add some flour. I'm using gluten-free flour, but use whatever flour you want. Cook the flour down in the veggies, stirring it. This should take about 1 to 2 minutes. This is going to help our sauce thicken. Now turn the skillet up to medium-high and add our milk cream mixture from earlier, being sure to stir it in. Continue to stir it in until it comes to a gentle boil. When it comes to a gentle boil, reduce the heat down to low. Season it with Cajun seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning. Mix those seasonings in and let it simmer on low for about 5 minutes, continuing to stir until that sauce thickens. Now cut the heat and add some Parmesan cheese. I'm using dairy-free, but use whatever Parmesan cheese you want. Next, add some shredded mozzarella cheese. Again, I'm using dairy-free. Stir the cheeses in until they melt. Now, go in for a taste test. Remember, we haven't really added much salt until this point, so salt to your desired taste and stir it in. Once the sauce has the flavor that you desire, mix in that chicken from earlier. Now, mix in the sausage from earlier. Now, mix in the noodles little by little. Now, grab a baking dish. Mine is 9 by 13 inches. Spray some oil on the bottom. Now, start scooping the noodles, the meat, and the sauce into the baking dish. We're going to be doing this in 2 layers, so add the pasta accordingly. When the first layer is added, add some shaved dairy-free Parmesan. No need to overdo it. We're just adding some for little pockets of flavor. Now, add some shredded mozzarella. Now, add your second layer of noodles, more Parmesan shaves, and more mozzarella. Now we're going to throw it into our 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. Let it rest for 10 minutes before cutting into it. And there you have it, folks, a Cajun Alfredo Bake. Another recipe that's so good that you won't be able to tell that it's gluten and dairy free. As a reminder, if you made it to this point in the video, that means you like what I'm doing around here, so please hit subscribe. Also, hit the thumbs up as it helps YouTube get my videos to more people. Finally, check out the description for the links and the full ingredient list. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.